What's going on? This is Grandson. You're with me on my tour bus at the end of Death of a Tour 2022. Here are 5 survival tips if you're going to be a touring musician. Rule number 1, I think this one's pretty important. Never underestimate how important the people around you are. Once you get into touring, it's easy to take for granted the people around you, and I think that promoting and encouraging an egalitarian energy, like an atmosphere where people feel appreciated and valued, is something that costs very little and means so much. So always going above and beyond, just making everyone from the people that work at the venue to the fans that show up to the other people living with you on the bus feel appreciated in subtle gestures is the single biggest thing I think that leads to a long and productive career. I really do feel that. Another thing is, I don't care whether this is like your first tour or you've been doing it for a minute, just getting into healthy routines of a multivitamin and a probiotic. Yes, old man Grandson is here to give you dietary tips for your time on tour. 1 multivitamin a day and 1 probiotic for your gut health. I have been on tours where everyone got sick except for me, because I had a daily supplement that was getting me through. You don't know what you're going to be eating from day to day. You don't know what restaurants are available. You might go through entire weeks where you're eating like shit, you feel like shit, you can't make the time to get to the gym, any of that. And just having some stuff on the bus that can save you in a pinch is one of those things that I'm trying to make you avoid having to learn from experience, as we have. Find subtle ways to remind yourself day in and day out why you do it. So that can be as simple as hanging pictures up in your bunk, holding on to the fan art that people give you, little things like that. Because when you're stuck in this microcosm of touring, it's easy to lose the perspective, especially if you're an opener on the tour. You can kind of forget. You don't always feel like they're your fans. You wonder why you're doing this. And so having the why is an important one. Having a why of why you do this will always help you get through those most challenging parts. Another tip is have systems of accountability. So whether it's with people that you're close with off of tour, or it's other people you know that are in other bands that are going through what you're going through, it's really important to force yourself to get into the habit on off days of using FaceTime, using phone calls to keep the continuity going between your life on tour and your life off on tour. While you're here living on a bus like this, it can be so overstimulating, you're so full of adrenaline, it's easy to cut yourself off from the people that aren't on this journey with you. And I find when I do that, that is often when I wake up and feel inexplicably lonely or isolated. So for me, I've relied on talk therapy my entire touring career, speaking to my therapist on the phone once every couple weeks, as well as making just a mental checklist of when's the last time you checked in on the people that you hang out with when you're off of tour. Even if it's hard to muster up the energy necessarily, those are the people that can help you get through it when times get hard, and you'll be grateful that you did make that effort. And then drink a lot of water. For all the singers out there, drink a lot of water. It's the single best thing you can do for your voice to make sure you can keep doing this night in and night out. And have different kinds of booze ready for different kinds of people. Not everyone's going to want to drink your Pabst Blue Ribbon or Jameson or whatever the fuck it is that you're drinking. So have a healthy stock of food and drinks for the kinds of guests that you're going to bring on, because you don't know what people might enjoy, but you want people to feel comfortable.